Welcome back to The Quiet Mind. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're talking about something that lives quietly in the back of so many minds, but almost no one talks about openly. It's that little voice that whispers, "You don't deserve this." Or, if people really knew you, they'd realize you're not as capable as they think. Even when your achievements are right there in front of you, you feel like you're standing on shaky ground. Like any moment now, someone will tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, the jig is up. We know you don't belong here." That silent fear, that sense of being a fraud, has a name. It's called Imposter Syndrome. And today, we're going to break it open. What it is, why it happens, how to recognize it in your own life, and most importantly, how to begin loosening its grip so you can finally feel at home in your own skin. So, what is imposter syndrome? At its core, it's the persistent belief that your achievements aren't really yours, that they happen because of luck, timing, or even someone else's mistake. You brush off your own effort and skill, and instead you secretly believe you just got lucky enough to get this far. It's not just the occasional doubt before an exam or a big presentation, it's deeper. It's an identity, a way of seeing yourself as fundamentally less than what the world sees. Here's a metaphor. Imagine you've built a beautiful house, brick by brick, over many years, but every time someone compliments it, you smile and say, "Oh, it's not really mine, I just stumbled on it," even though your fingerprints are on every stone. That's what imposter syndrome feels like, living in a home you built, but never believing it belongs to you. Here's the paradox. The higher you climb, the worse it often gets. Because with every achievement, the pressure increases. The spotlight grows brighter. Suddenly, instead of celebrating, you think, "Now I really can't mess up. Everyone will know I'm not who they think I am." Think of it like this. Climbing a mountain doesn't always make you feel safer. The view is breathtaking, but the fall looks more terrifying the higher you go. Where does this start? For many people, it begins young. Maybe you grew up in a home where praise was scarce and only mistakes were pointed out. Maybe you learned that love or approval had to be earned through achievement. So you trained yourself to constantly prove your worth. Others might have grown up in environments where they were compared to siblings, classmates, or cousins. Even when you did well, someone else was always better. And those comparisons got etched into your self-worth. Fast forward into adulthood. You get good grades, promotions, recognition. But instead of feeling confident, you feel cornered, because that childhood script is still running. Don't celebrate yet. You don't really deserve it. Now, let's bring this closer. How do you know if you're dealing with imposter syndrome? Here are some signs, and I'll bet at least one will resonate with you. You downplay your success. You say things like, "Oh, it was nothing. Anyone could have done it." You overwork to make your flaws go unnoticed. You hesitate to take on new opportunities because you feel you're not ready, even though you probably are. You compare yourself endlessly on social media, at work, and always conclude you fall short. You fear being found out, that one day people will discover you're not as smart, talented, or capable as they think. It shows up in little ways too. Maybe you get an award at work and the first thought in your head isn't, "I earned this," but "They must have made a mistake." Or a friend compliments your creativity and you laugh it off, "Oh, I just got lucky." Think about that. You would never tell a friend their hard work was just luck, but you tell it to yourself every day. Now let's get practical. How do we gently dismantle imposter syndrome? Step 1, recognize the voice. The first shift begins with awareness. When that inner critic whispers, "You don't deserve this," pause and gently remind yourself, This isn't truth. This is imposter syndrome speaking. That small act of recognition creates distance between you and the doubt, and suddenly you're the observer, not the prisoner of that thought. Step 2. Keep evidence of your wins. This is one of my favourites. Start a proof folder. It could be a note on your phone, a journal, even a folder on your computer. Collect every compliment, every finished project, every milestone. On days when the fraud feeling comes back, go through it. Let the evidence remind you, luck didn't do this, you did. Step 3. Practice receiving praise. This one feels awkward, but powerful. Next time someone says, "Great job," resist the urge to deflect. Instead, just say, "Thank you, I worked hard on that." Simple, direct. You don't have to justify or minimize. Slowly, your brain learns that it's safe to own your effort. Step 4. Share your feelings. Tell someone you trust, "Sometimes I feel like I don't belong, even though I've worked hard." You'll be surprised how many people respond, "Me too." Imposter syndrome thrives in silence, but it loses power when you shine light on it. Step 5. Redefine success. Stop chasing an impossible standard. Instead of measuring yourself against others, anchor success to growth. Ask, "Am I learning? Am I improving? Am I showing up?" If the answer is yes, then you are already successful, whether or not it looks perfect on the outside. Think of someone starting a new job. They might feel like everyone else knows what they're doing while they're just faking it. But here's the truth. Most of those colleagues are also figuring it out as they go. Everyone wears a mask of confidence, but behind it, many are asking the same silent questions. Or imagine an artist who shares their work online. They get positive feedback, but inside they're cringing, thinking, "If they only knew how messy my process is, they wouldn't admire me." But here's the catch. The very imperfections they're ashamed of are what make their work human and relatable. Let's go deeper into some bite-sized practices you can try. Challenge your thoughts. When your mind says, "I'm not ready," ask, "According to who?" Often it's a rule you made up long ago. Visualize success. Before a big task, close your eyes and imagine yourself doing it with calm confidence. Train your brain to expect capability instead of failure. Stop over-preparing. Give yourself limits. Instead of rehearsing 20 times, rehearse 5. Instead of rechecking an email 10 times, send it after 2. Let good enough be good enough. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait for huge milestones. Every step counts. Finished a draft? Celebrate. Spoke up in a meeting? Celebrate. So here's the truth. Feeling like a fraud doesn't mean you are one. It means you care. It means you're pushing yourself into spaces that matter to you. But you don't have to keep living under that shadow. Step by step, you can retrain your mind to see yourself as you truly are, capable, deserving, enough. You are not faking it. You are living it, working it, becoming it. And maybe the most important truth of all, you already are enough. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this episode resonated, share it with someone who might need the same reminder. And remember, here on The Quiet Mind, we're here every week, gently untangling the battles no one else can see.